So there's been some conversation going around that Anthony Richardson isn't raw. He's just inexperienced. And I guess it's a fair claim to make. You see a lot of what he could do in the field. You watch the film. It's very messy. It's all over the place. And really, I guess one of the things that you can say is that he just didn't play enough to be able to know what to do in this situation, what to do in that situation. What is he going to do when that DB drops back? What is he going to do when they drop this coverage and then it's disguise? There's so many different situations that happen in the NFL that you can't just go in, play 13 games, and be like, yeah, okay, I got this. No. But that's not all the reason why he was very inconsistent. He was very inconsistent because his mechanics are raw. Mostly his footwork is pretty bad. His footwork all over the place, messy, not consistent. It's just not there. And then, but when you watch a film when he was in college, he just wasn't there at all. But the difference in his footwork from playing in the season to throwing in the combine was insane. His footwork was much more refined. Now, was it perfect? No, but it was much better than it was during the season. It shows that he's working with somebody, or that he is just working and saying, hey, I need to get this done. I want to work. I want to get this down so I could be a better football player. And that's half of it. When you have great character, that determines how far up you could go. That determines how great you could be. Your talent, very important, but that determines your floor. Your character is what determines your ceiling. I say it like almost every single video, especially with Anthony Richardson. It's very true with a lot of players, and especially with Anthony Richardson now. He has a great character, great work ethic. He loves the game. He wants to play the game, and that brings him his drive to want to get better. It brings that discipline. And that's what Anthony Richardson has shown, that he's been willing to work his butt off to improve what he needs to improve. And players that don't think like that think, oh, I'm okay, I'll do it when it gets there, when it's really a problem. No. Anthony Richardson getting it figured out now, so he doesn't have to worry about it once he gets to NFL. Now, NFL, determining between raw and inexperienced. When you're raw, your mechanics are off. There's just a lot of things that need refining, right? You need more experience, all that. So I'd say he's raw. I have said previously that he may be more just inexperienced than raw. Yeah, he has a lot of talent, but he hasn't seen a lot of situations, so he doesn't know what's going to happen in this situation. What's the best point of attack for this, for that? Should we run it? Should we check out of this? Should we fix this protection? Where's that guy blitzing from? Are they blitzing? Are they playing man coverage, zone coverage? There's so many different situations that you need to run through your mind as a quarterback, and he just hasn't been through that many of those. Only playing 13 games, it's some playing time, but it's not significant enough for you to really take in and understand what to do in some situations. So saying Anthony Richardson is just experienced and not raw is kind of naive. He is raw in some aspects of his game. His accuracy was very bad, and his poor footwork and his mechanics and his lower body really affected that. But if he fixes that, then I think it becomes he's more inexperienced, just learning what happens in this situation, what to do there. So I can absolutely see going both ways and why people would say he's just inexperienced. He's not raw, but he is raw. He has a lot of things he needs to work on. I previously said he's inexperienced, but until I sat down and really thought about it, it really makes more sense to say that he is raw and he is inexperienced. I guess you could kind of go in both ways. Being raw, I guess you can kind of classify it as mechanics are bad, doesn't really know what he's doing, but he knows what he's doing a little bit. So I don't think he is as raw as we deemed him to be, but he is as inexperienced, as raw as we may have thought he was, if you get what I'm saying. He's very inexperienced. Very inexperienced. But that's why he needs to come in and he needs to play right away. There's this question if he could or if he will start week 1. He needs to start week 1. We don't want to see him holding the clipboard. He needs to go in and make a difference. Okay, he may not make a difference right away, and that's where I kind of just said, that's wrong. Doesn't need to go in and make a difference right away. He needs to go in and he needs to experience these situations, because the NFL plays much faster than college ball, as we all know. It's a very different football game, very different ball game. And if he didn't have much experience in the matter of it being slower, how much is he going to struggle when it's really sped up like 10 times? I think with experience to get better, and we'll see. We'll see. We really don't know. But when you watch the film, he did make some questionable decisions and all that, but that comes with the inexperience. And the inaccuracies, that comes with the rawness in his mechanics. So I see where people are coming from, and I get it. I kind of agree. But I'm going to say he is still pretty raw. He still has a lot of refining to do, and, and just how he's playing. He's got a lot to learn. So I want you guys to let me know what you think. Do you think he's raw, or do you think he's more inexperienced? Do you think he's both? Yeah, he's both, but what do you think? Do you think he's more inexperienced than raw, or he's more just raw at that? And should he start week 1? Part 2 to that question. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for tuning into the JDW Sports Talk Show, where we fans welcome. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put that post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. This is the JDW Sports Talk Show, signing off.